Ladies and gentlemen, welcome tonight. We got yourself some week two action coming in for Murky Esports. My name is Ghost, and right now I'm solo dolo right now, casting for you guys tonight. But even though I'm by myself, I got you guys to rock with me. So we're gonna have some fun. We got an exciting series on our hands between White Lotus Wisteria and Elysian Esports Beach House. And as we get the draft prepared for you, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you guys to the teams. Coming in for the blue side. At top, we got Moby White, Jungle, Sorino, mid, Flash on Elf, AD carry, Smolders Gate, and at support, well, his name is support. It's nothing exciting. Now I'm messing with you, but we got support coming in, baby, to round out the team. And on the red side for game one, coming out of Elysian Esports Beach House, we got in the top Traxon, Jungle, Red Face Beast, Mid, Sexual Vixen, sorry, AD Carry, Chowstrix, and support Grim Wolf. I'm telling you right now, currently these games are looking pretty good. And I said week two, sorry, I mean week three. My apologies on that. But right now, White Lotus, they're currently undefeated in the series being 2-0. And Elysium looking to shut that down and not make it a 3, while they're also 1-1 at the current moment. And as we continue to wait until the draft starts, I just want to know how does the chat feel? Who are you guys rooting for? Who are you guys teams out here? Make it a 1 if your team is is good. Oh, White Lotus Wisteria, or a 2 for Elysium Esports. Let me see what you got there. What you got? Okay, okay. Oh, somebody said 3. Come on, man. All right. We got a lot of Elysian fans. We got no faith in White Lotus at the moment, but it's all good. It's all good. Will they believe in the 3-0? They're starting off the season? I don't know. We will find out. But let's talk a little bit about these teams for a second, because I'm looking at for Elysium, since everybody, they got the fan base. I'm excited to see Sensual Vixen, see what Vixen brings to the table. I like the champ pool that this player actually has me excited for this series, because this player can play LeBlanc, can play the Assassin's Fizz, also can play the Scales. Olivia, Victor can switch it up. And that's something I really enjoy. You don't know what you're gonna get, and they can fit themselves into a lot of different team comps. On the other hand, on the other side with Wisteria, Moby White is my guy to watch. But at the same time, Flash on Elf, I want to see what happens there too. The champion pools makes the game exciting. But now we're actually going into pick ban. As for White Lotus, we already got a first ban, Anivia, coming out the gate, making sure that Vixen doesn't get his hands on that. I mean, Elysian, like we're possibly considering the Shin, but could be anything so far. As it seems, they might just go with the way band, but nope, they're sticking with the Shin. Okay, sorry, I had a little moment there. But continue on with the draft. White Lotus, they come out with Melio and the LeBlanc band. Make sure they target that support mid. Make sure that Vixen cannot be comfortable tonight. Especially like that was the main person I just brought up too. So now I'm kind of like sad. I don't get to see no LeBlanc gameplay. But maybe we get some Yone. But rounding out the bands for Elysium for round one, we got Way band coming out with the Moo. Make sure Way can be flexed around. And for White Lotus, because both Smolder's Gate and Flash and they could both pilot this champion. Well, let's see what White Lotus is going to prioritize for this B1. It's going to be that Kai'Sa for Smolder's Gate. So like we're gonna put him on that carry champion. Like we're already setting up a comp to go and be playing for that bottom side for those dragons. So I'm curious what they're gonna pair alongside with him, especially with support. He likes playing engaged champions, but he also can play some enchanters like Lulu and some others. That's gotta suck to be Smolder's Gate. That gotta suck to be him. In response, when I have the Ash coming out for Chowstrix, a strong counter to Kai'Sa. It's not gonna be an easy time in that bot side. It's probably gonna be a lot of jungle intervention if you want that Kai'Sa to get ahead in the game. Okay, and we got the Ornn pick coming out for R2. Easily blindable top and tank top laner, a pretty strong one at that. Always got team fight set up with the Ornn Horn coming out. And for White Lotus, was talking about with support, he likes playing engaged champions. There's that Nautilus coming out. Is looking to be aggressive in that bot lane, so I'm expecting an aggressive jungler to run and to come out here. There it is. We got Devi looking to pick people off and try to help that Kai'Sa get ahead, especially in that bot lane. So I wonder what they're going to put in support with the Ashe. I think it's probably be an enchanter, maybe Melio actually. They're probably gonna pick with him and pick with Ashe. Oh, it's gonna be Leona. Possibly. Wait, no locking yet. Let me not jinx it. Okay, so it will be the Leona lock in to round out this first round of picks for Elysium. Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, excuse me. I am literally getting partially waking up because drinking this monster. As things have been kind of like on the up and up for the last past 10 minutes as we've been doing a lot of stuff on our side. So make sure to continue to go after that mid laner. Here we go with Victor Band. Make sure that Flash on Elf is uncomfortable in that mid. But to answer back, make sure that Elysium doesn't get the OP pick this patch, which is Skarner, which Redface does play a bit of. So I'm surprised he actually did get banned in the first rotation. Skarner is really strong for this patch, especially if anybody been watching Worlds. He's been ruining people's lives a lot. Just take a look at the Home One Life series. All right, but rounding out the bans for Elysium is going to be Smolder. As I don't know if anyone knows, but you have three different players that can play, and two different players that can play it on that team. So takes away that flex pick, and then Bride to round out the bans for White Lotus, and then making sure that Redface beats. He's gonna be uncomfortable. If they're gonna make him uncomfortable for making their mid uncomfortable, they're gonna make sure they at least get an okay matchup, especially trying to make sure that Kai'Sa can get ahead, so they can't be aggressive as they would like to be. As as now we're hovering over Syndra, possibly for that first pick for Elysium, and it is going to be that Syndra. A decent pick, a decent blind pick in this patch. He's been pretty good. Mostly been playing in the bot lane though for a lot of this patch as the item changes happen for a lot of crit 80 carries. Their items got a lot expensive, so why not play a mage? And the answer back for that lane is gonna be Ari. Classic matchup. We've seen for years, but here we have Ari and Syndra mid. So we're gonna see if Flash can help. He can actually get a lead in that mid lane to be able to try to roam and take over the game. So and Yorick. Okay. All right. Didn't expect that. But Yorick pick rounded out White Lotus Wisteria. So I think it is now for Elysian Esports. They're gonna need a jungler that can help them get through the early to mid game. Especially now they got a bunch of utility in the bot lane. They got Syndra in the mid is gonna be scaling. Granted, when she gets unleashed power, can she kill somebody? Yes, but they're gonna be all that strong early. All right, and there's Poppy. All right, well, definitely right now I'm leaning more towards the Elysian Esports pick and leaning more towards their draft because I'm kind of laughing out. Just I think this is my first time casting a game and I'm seeing a Yorick pick. So first time for everything. But outside of Yorick, White Lotus, they got a pretty good pick potential with their composition. But of course, Elysium they have a lot stronger of a team fight. So that's what I'm looking at as far as like if Elysium can get ahead, definitely they could just run over this entire game. But White Lotus, their job is pretty much they're gonna live and die by the shovel, baby. Can they York split push to win and keep Elysium from getting ahead? And yes, I agree. York pick is criminal, but here we are. It's only so much. It's been years since TSM was in the league, and I see TSM chats. You know what? I respect it. I respect it. But yeah, I lean more towards Elysium Esports draft, and mainly because I don't feel like Yorick fits in White Lotus comp. I mean, yeah, he wants to split push, but at the same time, I feel like that they would have picked a top laner that could either a bring a lot more utility because they even though that White Lotus do have Vi, they have Nautilus. Do not get me wrong, they already have damage coming out with the Ari and the Kaisa. And you, especially in that type of dynamic, you don't really want to focus top. You want to go bot, but you pick Yorick, and now you kind of like split because you want Yorick to get ahead. Now, granted, he is facing an Ornn, but Ornn is no slouch in lane, so I'm gonna be curious to see where Soren's gonna actually be playing around, how the way he's gonna be operating around the map to make sure that his team actually like he's in the game and can actually stay because they have to get ahead in order to make this game work, or else Elysium just gonna eventually, and I don't even have to slap on the wallet, but if they stay even, Elysium should be able to take over this game. I would say by at least 25-minute mark. All right. Well, guys, as we wait for, because we're not Riot Games. We ain't the small indie company. We just a small amateur league that's trying to get people experience and their names out there. We unfortunately got a 3-minute wait till we get into the game. So we're gonna throw it over to an intermission. And when we get back, we'll get into game one for White Lotus Wisteria versus Elysium Esports Beach House. So use this time, guys. Go ahead and use the bathroom. Get you some drink, beer, alcohol, whatever it is. I mean, it's 2025. I'm almost 2025 now. It's crazy to say that. This year went by fast. But on you guys. But when we get back, we're gonna get into that game one. We're gonna get into the action. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for game one of White Lotus Wisteria versus Elysian Esports Beach House, baby. We've on vacation on the Rift as we going for a 5-point for both teams. What they're opting to start with: no invades, no shenanigans. Even though we kind of like shenanigans around here. Come on, we got Novelist, baby. We got Leona. Help me out. Give me something to be hype about. But I digress. And looking like I said, regular 5-star game. I'm actually curious to. I'm gonna be paying more attention to Soren Noel in this game, cause especially now you got two sides that both want to be strong sided. York wants to get ahead, but same thing for Kaisa. So I'm curious what's the game plan here. As Elysian Esports, kind of straightforward. Orin, he's chilling. It's Orin, and we more so we plan to shut down that Kaisa, and possibly that 2v2 on the river, especially. We're going to see if Elysian's going to opt to just fight for Scuttles and potentially fight for early objectives. Just going to give it over until the Syndra can scale up a little bit. As that war is going to spot out Smolder and support. Feels so weird calling it support literally. Still kind of funny. But nothing crazy, just a little bit of farming. As we got a little bit of poke coming out from both mid and bot, and electrocute proc coming on that Syndra. As the Poppy's gonna opt to start on that red side, so she's gonna be making her way bot as soon as possible. Whereas Vi is actually pathing up towards top side. But I would never rule out the possibility of a cheese, especially with how the way and she's all the way on Krugs right now, so she could come through a level 3 gank on that bot. As we got a trade up top side, York losing quite a bit of HP to that and to the Ornn. But this mid lane, they are constantly fighting. As both laners already half HP. All right, so like we coming to fruition with that level 3 gank as Vi is making her way down. All right, and Nautilus has already got the hook down on Leona, the root. As now Vi looking to Q. Leona flashes a little bit too early. Vi catches her. But we also got to fight down and fight mid as Poppy goes mid. We got first blood onto the Ori. First kill on the Poppy. And now we're still looking to fight by as Leona goes back in. Grim is going to pay for that. He's going to die to the Kaisa. Flash off of Knowledge. Get the root. Cleanse out for the Ash. And now we got a 1-4. Make it a 2-4-1. Okay. All right. I said we like shenanigans around here. We got plenty of them now. As 2 kills to both sides, so with the gold sitting around by even slight leads over Elysian Esports. But you gotta be happy if you're on the side of White Lotus, especially with 2 kills onto the Kaiser. That's exactly what you want. I don't understand. I don't know why Leona went back in. Like, that was unnecessary. They were already out. They were gonna be fine, but she opted to go. Grim opted to go back in, and then both of them died for it. But now, in that bot lane, only sums available now is both flashes for the AD carries. And that mid lane, no sums at all. So I'm quite curious to see, are those junglers gonna continuously target that mid to try to get those kills, especially with and they're being pre-6, and of course Ari with no spirit rush and it makes her pretty vulnerable. Granted, she does get movement speed from Foxfire. For anybody who doesn't know, Foxfire is her W ability. Alright, Nautilus went to go roam a little bit, but he couldn't find anything. So he's coming back down. Come get some XP and get some more procs onto his World Atlas as we look a little bit mid, get a little bit of action, but nothing much. But with that dragon coming up soon now I am on the map. Never mind, because now we gotta go to mid, because now I said jungler's gonna be targeting as Syndra doesn't have flash, but she gets the QE onto the Ari, so you're gonna get that stun. So no flash and no Ari getting a charm down on Syndra to possibly kill her. All right, and the first Drake of the game is gonna be a Cloud. Let's see which team's gonna opt to try to get their lanes pushing to go for it first. I'm expecting if it's anybody, it should be White Lotus, but you never know. You never know what shenanigans is gonna happen. We just saw the first 3 minutes of the game. We had 4 kills in the first 3. Oh, man. Got a little bit of trading in that top side. Not much really to see up there. As we take a look at the CS is actually pretty even across the board, aside from that mid lane, that already being what was 11, now make it 10. But Vi looking for another gank in that bot side, but she's not going to be able to find it, so she's going to just opt the recall. Now the thing is, you see Poppy on that top side, and possibly maybe look for a gank after the grubs, but York's going to be recalling already, so he should be safe. So I'm expecting them to probably go for Void Grubs. And that looks like what Poppy is going right now. But also, Syndra is not in the lane. So it also poses a threat with your TPing back up top. And level 6 is available to both mid laners now. But so is that barrier back on Syndra. So now Grub's gonna be started by Elysian, but they're gonna let the fight, and Poppy should be going down. Oh, she's barely living. Oh, and she makes it out. Barely. How much HP does she have? 22. Good grief. Alright, but it looks like Elysian are going to be able to force... Sorry, not Elysium. White Lotus is going to be able to force Elysian off of the Void Grubs and claim them for themselves. Alright, now we're looking for another gank. Flash is back available for the Syndra, now level 7. But there is no Foxfire for the Ahri. There's no level 6 either for the Vi. Flash a little bit early, but Vi still misses, so it doesn't matter. As Vi's going like, okay, you know, just a little detour into my, red side, We're going to act like nothing didn't happen. Nothing happened, right? But now we got a gank potentially coming through from Poppy. She's looking down at bot side right now. As they don't see her coming. Leona is walking on the Nautilus, but she flashes even though she was right there on him. But we're gonna slam Nautilus into the wall. But is he gonna live or die? We're gonna find out, and he's probably gonna walk away scot free. But the crazy thing is that bot lane of White Lotus, they almost traded the kill back on Poppy for her taking those tower shots. And now Vi is here, but Nautilus is opting to stay around for a little bit, even though with that low HP bar. All right. Well, it's clearly obvious that both these teams are looking more mid bot, and they're gonna let top side be the weak side, which could be quite a little bit dangerous for Elysium. Speaking of, there's a York in the top side, you want to put him behind. Make sure that his split push is pretty weak. But hey, that's only the opinions of the caster, But hopefully it doesn't come back to bite them in the butt. And I say hopefully, but keep in mind I am non-biased. I just want to put that out there. Alright, well now let's come back to the lane. They may look for engage, but Kai'Sa is half HP, so probably not. Especially with Nautilus not being level 6 yet. But we do have the Vi. She's going on that dragon to start as bot lane of Elysium is now recalling, so that dragon should be free. Alright, we got a little bit of fight. Orin might be dying and might be dead here. He's gonna flash out. He's gonna make it out. And you can't just recall and TP back. Alright, so we're about 10 minutes into the game. Goal lead is staying about around the same. It's that a little bit more for White Lotus, as Vi is gonna be there to steal the blue buff for Poppy. Not really much anything else. And as I say that, there is the Vi coming in with the ultimate. So is the Ahri Spirit Rush. They're looking to finish off the Syndra. Flash come out for Ahri. One auto attack will finish it, and a kill over to Flash on Elf. And that's really good for Flash on Elf, because especially he was behind in gold because of his farm, especially the assist getting. Now we got more action as both junglers fight for that Scoto. It's going to go over to Elysian. And now we got a little action in the bot lane as the Nautilus will come through. The O's going to come through. One ultimate and one auto's going to do it. Kai'Sa gets the kill on the Ashe. And now we're just going to walk down Grim. Hasta la vista, baby. Double kill over to Kai'Sa. All right, but as I was saying before, with both the mid laners, with Vixen being being ahead in farm the way that he is right now, he or she, don't know the person, but that kill's gonna help the Ahri, even though Flash is still about 400 gold behind Vixen, so it should help. It should help Flash on they'll get back into it for his items. As you see, the Syndra already has Luden Companion completed, whereas Flash and Up doesn't have first item yet. Still working on Luden's, but we got a little gank up in top side. As the York, it should be an easy kill. Not York. Ornn goes down, kill over the York, and you know that one's pretty easy. Nothing to blow, nothing crazy. But we got 3 members of Elysian on that top side looking to contest Grubs, but they also are down a top laner, so they're gonna back off, make their way out, and get the Grubs over to White Lotus. The pain point is gonna be York with Grubs. That's not gonna be good for Elysian, especially with that York's gonna be split pushing majority of the time later on in the game. They're gonna make it so much easier for him to plow through turrets. Like I said before in draft with that win con, and whoop, never mind. Let me stop talking. Here comes the Vault Breaker coming out from the Vi. We got the ultimate too. Easy, another kill over the Flash on off now Ahri. As they're making these ganks look easy, baby. Let's go. Again, I'm non-biased. I'm just, I enjoy seeing stuff happen around the map, But speaking of seeing stuff around the map, Elysian definitely needs to start making things shake around here, because right now the win con with White Lotus is literally their bot lane, their mid lane has to get ahead so York is able to actually split push effectively. And right now they're doing that as they're starting to build up that gold lead. It's a little over 3,000 gold right now for White Lotus. Elysian needs to find their way back into this game. We got a little skirmish up the top side. York's going to take Ornn by half HP. He's going to still try to walk him down. As you know, York likes sick the maiden on people a little bit. Just get some damage down. Say hi. Let them know about the neighbor. As now Ornn's going to find himself getting low. It's going to get dangerous low. Ornn's going to have to use the ultimate to clear the way, which is going to suck for him, but he's able to do it. But he's not the recall, but his TP is coming back up, so he should be able to be there for the next wave. Oh, we got a little cheese coming out from the bot side. They're about to go death bushing, but they're going to be spotted out by White Lotus, so their plans like they're not going to happen. And now, like, as we take a look at that gold, man, Kai'Sa, a little over 1,000 gold ahead of the Ashe, which is great, especially for 4-0. That's gonna work wonders for when they try to pick people out and play later in the game, especially to accelerate that Kai'Sa scaling. As now we have completed Malignance for Flash on Elf. And you also keep in mind, he has 4 stacks on that Dark Seal. It only died once, but he died before he started, and before he started getting those stacks. It's been pretty good for him. They're gonna land the charm onto Leona. There should be more stacks for Arya. And another kill onto Smolder's Gate as they look to take the Infernal Drake. Alright, so we got a skirmish up top side. Yorick is out of mana, and Poppy is showing up. Maiden is still up and going to get the smite to slow him down. Yorick's going to be forced to flash, still going to get smashed into the wall, but shouldn't have the damage to finish him off. As Poppy's going to hit the ultimate. They're still looking to do some extra work, but Ornn almost dies. He has to flash out. He eat forward. And now he's barely walking out with 90 some HP. And now the bot lane of White Lotus, they're diving. They're looking to kill the Ashe. Nautilus is taking as much tower damage as he can, and he's gonna make it out alive. Wow, Kai'Sa barely makes it out himself. We got a fight in the mid lane too. 2v2 coming through. Central's gonna die. Big business in the mid lane as 2 more kills are gonna go over to White Lotus. Well. Speaking of that Dark Seal for Flash on Elf, now at 8 stacks, almost fully maxed out. Wonder if he's gonna upgrade that to a Magi Soul Stealer. Well, what can I say? White Lotus is running away with the game right now. Now extending that goal lead to just a teensy bit over 6,000 as they look to take that top turn. So now 3 turns over to White Lotus, and its massive goal leads is continuing to build up. I'm wondering, what is Elysian? What do they have up their sleeve to try to get back to this game? Because right now, White Lotus is running away with it. Alright, it seems like things are finally calming down for a little bit. There's no major objectives on the board for the moment. We got Ari split pushing, getting a solo goal. She's gonna spot out Poppy, get some damage down, but about half her HP gone right there. And it shows how far ahead this Ari is in this game. But the thing is, too, still got mentioned, but never mind. As I thought I was done talking and going to say something, but here we go. A pick onto the Ashe, and now Charm onto Vixen, and there's gonna be 2 dead. Another kill onto the Ahri. Ooh, man. And Yorick's just straight diving. He doesn't care no more. As Ornn is forced to ult, and he almost goes down. With the ghoul catch up to him, he's gonna manage to eat away and walk away with a nice 65 HP. This is it's not looking hot at all. Well, what I was gonna say, that one team fight could change the game, as Elysium does have a better team fighting composition. But it's getting to a point now where it doesn't matter. White Lotus just smack them with their wallets and call it a day. As taking a look at the gold, especially as Ari just now spent their gold, it was over almost 1,500 on 3 different players for Elysian, to show that how much they've been stacking money in a short amount of time. But the Kai'Sa should back pretty soon, and go ahead and buy, as Drake is going to be coming up in about a minute. So the thing is, now is Kai'Sa gonna opt the back, because she is sitting on 1,800, going on 1,900 gold now. As we can see with Nautilus, caught out by the Poppy, but he's gonna be able to gonna hook his way out of there. But the thing is, though, Orin has made his way down, but Ari does have the teleport, and York is on that bottom side of the map. So they're gonna be able to force Elysium off the river. And the thing is, here comes the Orin Horn. They're looking to catch out the Kai'Sa, but she's gonna be able to make it out. Or will she? Here comes the Kiwi. Now we got a teleport coming for Ari. Death is on the horizon for Ashe. As so now we have the fight coming on, split in multiple ways. Orin is fighting for his life, so is Syndra. Both go down, doesn't matter. Make it 5. And here goes an ace over to White Lotus. All right, well, at this point, it should be game, man. Almost 12K gold lead. I mean, White Lotus will just march it down, man. This was a game was a wash. It didn't really feel like Elysian. It felt like Elysian had a chance in the first 5 minutes, and that just kind of went away pretty quickly. But anything can happen, you know. You never know. We saw. I mean, we play a game, you know, that's known for people throwing, especially like we seen Worlds recently. It's been a lot of throws, and it could be no different here. But Enchanted Crystal Arrow flying is gonna miss his mark as Moby White's gonna be able to walk out with his maiden and be able to get out of a dangerous situation. All right, but now we have Baron on the board as Elysium is gonna be getting picked, particularly Poppy, and there's the Dev. The jungler is now down and looking for more. Orin is at the front, but he's getting shredded because how far behind he is. They're looking for more. Ashe has to flash away, but Vi is solo diving him, and she's gonna catch her. And now Ari's getting the back line with her, making Syndra gone too. Great screen for everyone. Great screen for you, great screen for you, and a death for you in 23-2. With White Lotus taking a team fight for another team ace. And ladies and gentlemen, that should be game. With a almost 15,000 gold lead. As members of Elysium are back up and trying to make an attempt to save the game. It's going to be futile. It doesn't matter. That is game 1 over to White Lotus. Do you believe, chat? Do you believe? Because majority of you put your faith in Elysium. Can the boys bring it back for game 2? All right. Well, first 5 minutes was fun. Very fun. And then everything went downhill for Elysium. And, you know, when you think about it, if you think I am joking, look at the damage numbers, right? Ari, almost 20,000. Yorick, 15.8, about to be 15.9. Okay. Actually, everybody except for Nautilus hit 10K at minimum. Meanwhile, everybody on Elysium didn't even sniff 10K. They didn't even get to 8 for any damage numbers. And a lot of deaths, especially coming out from the Ashe and the Syndra. Like, this is hopefully they can figure out where they went wrong and make the second game competitive, or else we may or may not just have a quick series on our hands, because this game was 23 minutes. And I gotta say, since I've been casting Merc Esports this league, this is by far the quickest game I've casted so far. So props to White Lotus Wisteria. As this game was pretty rough, and look at the gold too. And 10,000 gold, both on the Ari and the Kai'Sa. That Vi was putting in work, making sure to get the Ari and the Kai'Sa head, especially abusing that Syndra when she did not have flash. She shouldn't have been pushed up that far, but everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. I don't worry. I'll see my way out, as I just made that old reference. I feel like a boomer. I digress. But as we look to load in for a load in for a draft for game two. Guys, do you still believe in Elysium? Or opinions changing over to White Lotus Wisteria? Uh, Moby the York, good game on New York, but New York didn't really do much. Love you though. Nah, I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. Hey man, it should be less than chat though, more in the game, man. You still got a game two to go through, brother. But like I said though, good game out of for game one for White Lotus. I mean, Elysian, they gotta have a lot of stuff to clean up for this game too. As they had a competitive 5 minutes and then got ran over. Became roadkill after that. And it wasn't good. Good looks. We gotta see some creativity, like how and like some actual meaningful ganks getting off. Like they had that first one in mid, and then after that it was kind of like because they kept trying to force, and then they'd be forcing in tower range and almost dying for it constantly, but getting nothing out of it. But as we get set up for draft for game two, we're gonna throw it over to intermission, guys. Going like I said, it's time, bathroom breaks, drinks, and your beverage, your snacks. Go kiss your wife or husband, or if you're single like me, just give yourself, just go look in the mirror, give yourself a hug, and tell you that you love yourself. No, that sounds so depressing, but we'll be back for a draft for game two. We'll see you guys soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Now we're getting into the draft for game two. We were trying to get some things, some little, spice up the night, get some little stats up. But it seems like they're already flowing through the draft as we already got for White Lotus, who's gonna be on blue side again. They already got the Nivea band, Emilio band coming out. And for Elysian, they switched it up a little bit. They now got York and Vi on the table. But White Lotus, they're sticking with the same three bands as game one. They're gonna take out that LeBlanc, round out those first three bands. Alrighty, well, as we look to see what is that B1 pick gonna be again? Is it gonna be that Kaisa as Elysium? They opt to ban out the Shin. So no support bans. So possibly just running back with Kaisa knowledge as the hardest counter to that Kaisa was neutralized in that game one, the Ash. So they are gonna let them run it back with the Kaisa in B1. All right, as the clock is winding down, who's gonna be that first pick for Elysium? Oh, we're looking for Lucian. We're getting aggressive, baby. I like it. I like it. We're gonna have a fighty bot lane, baby. As we're gonna look, as Lucian, of course, is gonna want to get ahead early in this lane because Kaisa is gonna outscale him, guaranteed. So let's look to see who we're gonna pair with him. Because the Melio is already off the boards, but Nami is still on. And that's who's going to be first two picks coming out of Elysian. It's going to be that bot lane of Lucian Nami. But without hesitation, we're going to have a Mumu and Wei coming out for White Lotus Wisteria. Oh, this draft is getting spicy. I like it. And we're gonna answer that mid lane wave with a Xerath for Vixen. As now we come to the second round of bans. So both sides they opt for artillery mages in that mid lane. And now the Nautilus ban coming through for Elysium. And honestly, I feel like they should have picked if they wanted to pick Nautilus or support, probably should have did it in that B3 slot. But it looking like business as usual as the same bands are coming out for White Lotus, but half the bands for Elysian are the champions that White Lotus played game one. So leaving up the Smolder. I mean, we already have mid pick, so we don't need to ban the Victor at all. But is White Lotus gonna continue on with the Briar pick? And ban, just like game one. As now we're okay. A moment where we don't know what's banned. Alright, it is gonna correction guys, it is gonna be that Smolder band to round out the bands for Elysium. And White Lotus is gonna run it back with the full set of bands that same as game one. So now we are jungle top. I'm really believing that they're gonna leave top for counter pick. So it should be jungler pick in here for Elysian Esports, but let's see what they do. And it is gonna be like they're hovering that Rex side to get active on the map, because the thing is they lacked game one. They didn't really get nothing done aside from that like one kill in mid and the York kill up top. Outside of that, it wasn't really much that happened. I say York kill, my apologies, but it wasn't York, no, it was Nautilus, but they killed him at a different point in time. But White Lotus is gonna answer back with Rel, which is really good here, especially with the Mumu get a lot of that CC going, chain it down. make it a lot easier for Wei and Kaisa to do their jobs. And Urgot coming out in the top lane. Okay, Blippo Jr., I see you. All right. Let's see what that counter pick for top lane is going to be. And it's going to be Darius coming out for Elysian. Ooh-wee. This is gonna be fun. This should be this game. How do they both come split? This should be action packed. I mean, I'm not expecting a lot to happen mid. As you know, both mages gonna be just throwing their abilities from a whole football field away. They're clear waves mostly. Some poke, yes, but they don't have they have really no reason to step up. But the Urgot Darius is gonna be fun to watch, especially especially with Urgot already with the passive to be able to basically have a shotgun kneecaps. And so you be able to poke out the Darius while he is actually farming, without necessarily have to target him in particular. But this Lucian Nami though, but I think, and even in this game though, it's got like I'm curious where the junglers are gonna go, because you got again, unlike last game for Elysian where they had Ornn on the top side playing weak side, now they have Darius and you have him and his opposition being Urgot. There's gonna be a volatile lane that jungler's gonna need to intervene in to get their lane ahead to be able to take it over. But you also can say the same for bot, because that's gonna be volatile too with the Kaisa Rail and the Lucian Nami. So it's gonna be quite interesting to see where these two junglers gonna opt to go to. But you know what, guys, I got a question for you. Just like last game, who y'all think gonna win? 1 for White Lotus Wisteria, 2 for Elysian Esports. What y'all got? What y'all got for me? Up, check that. Rip. Yep, RP chat. All right, but while we wait for the game to start, I got some fun facts for you. Got some fun facts for you guys. So, just to stir up a little bit, just to stir the pot a little bit, there were power rankings made for not only players but for the teams for week 3. And for this game in particular, White Lotus, they're actually sitting at 10th on those power rankings, while Elysian Esports is sitting at 8th. And White Lotus are making a case to climb up that ladder to try to get to 9th or 8th place to take it away from Elysian. Because they right now, especially their game 1, if they have a repeat of what they did in game 1, they're gonna have a strong case for why they should be considered a threat and for stronger teams in this league. But you never know, because right now Elysian, it could have had a nice talk. Maybe their coach getting them a little pet words of encouragement, or you never know. It's this league we're talking about. And it might bring it back and make game 2 really competitive. But this game in particular is going to be super volatile. So whoever gets all to the races first should be able to outright, I wouldn't say run over the game, but definitely get the driver's seat to be able to do what they want. Because it's going to be hard to come back for, like, especially the top side. It's going to be hard to come back if you're behind. I mean, extremely hard. But it seems like we're waiting to get into game 2. So for right now, I'm gonna throw it over to intermission. When we get back, we're gonna get to the start as we hit the riff for game 2 of White Lotus Wisteria versus Elysian Esports Beach House. See you guys soon. Can Elysian make a name for themselves tonight as they try to take down White Lotus Wisteria? Of course, again, they're 2-0, and in games, they haven't dropped a single game in any series in this league as we speak. And right now, they're trying to make another game. This game in a row. They win and make it 3-0 for the record for the whole league. Elysium looks to put an end to that as we are now in game 2, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back again. Your boy casting the game. It is Ghost, but both teams gonna be opting for that 5-point. Nothing crazy, no shenanigans. But last time I said no shenanigans, they shenanigan within 3 minutes. All right, don't worry. I'll see myself out the door. You ain't gotta come call me about what I just said. All right. But looking like red side is a star for the rec side. But it's gonna be the same thing for a Mumu. So Mumu gonna be pathing towards that top of the rec side, pathing towards that bottom. So could be a possible early gank again. Coming out for Elysium, but we'll see if these guys learn a lesson maybe. As I'm expecting another level 3 gank coming to that bot lane from Soren, as he is doing the same path he did last game on the Vi, where he started Raptors and then went to Red, then Crux. Whereas Rek'Sai not gonna be looking to probably level 3 gank to top it all, as he went straight from straight from Raptors to Crux and gonna go to that Red. But with that mid lane already pushed up, don't really see no gank opportunities there. So probably just gonna go ahead and make their way bottom as Red faces get on that Red, and we also got a lot of damage being put down that rail from that Lucian. The strength of that Lucian Nami comp already being shown. That Lucian was able to get level 2 a little bit early because Nami missed some XP. And here we go again as Amumu is looking for that level 3 flash out for rail, but just the E coming out for the Lucian. No sums burned for the side of Elysium, just a casually walking away from the threat. We got a good amount of damage coming down the flash on E, as both mages trading pretty well in that mid, but looking like Vixen's gonna come out just a little bit ahead. But we got the gank from the Rek'Sai onto that top, as Moby's gonna get the flip over. Rek'Sai's gonna blow the flash. So is Urgot, as we got another gank down. But Lucian's gonna turn it around. Look like Azal's come down and make sure Mumu doesn't die. Alrighty. And now we back to chilling. They're gonna stop the Mumu back. I'm surprised they didn't just already engage and kill him. But now both sums down for the rail. Granted, both sums are up for the kite. So the only thing down for the Lucianami is the cleanse. But keep this in mind for that top side. Urgot had to blow his flash, but Traxon didn't. So now Urgot has to be careful how hard he pushes out, because ain't no escape for him if Darius gets on top and just runs him down. Granted, Urgot did get the back, so he is coming back with a long sword, so he should be able to win the trades. But despite all the nonsense, and CS is still gonna be about close to even. I mean, Kaisa being ahead, but only about 5. But it's not gonna matter much. Darius looks to shove. He should be recalling. Yes, he is. Oh no, he's gonna opt to stay. Now we got some engage coming in from Lucian, and that damage onto that rail it just got to be painful. Especially like you have to all in him, or else he's just gonna just do that the entire time. It's just gonna keep taking you out of the fight as he's chunking out a little over a quarter of Rail's HP bar every time, as he's getting aggressively and he's just aggressively eating forward with the Nami giving him that E. I really like both and junglers gonna be opposite from each other. Amumu looking to invade, try to take the Raptors, while Rek'Sai is gonna be on that dragon, starting up that objective. Not really worried too much about the farm. Trying to get ahead with that Mountain Drake. Now Soren is looking for a gang coming over that wall, but I don't know if that's gonna be a great idea. But Flash on F does have mana back now, but Barrier is gonna be used, so is Wei. Ultimate is gonna be used too, but it's not gonna be enough as Zverev does have Barrier himself. He's gonna flash out of it and first blood over to Vixen. But now, remember I said the flash earlier. Now we got the fight coming in the top side. Darius gonna be able to just run down Moby White, and it should be death as as the dunk comes through. LeBron James style, baby. Get him out of here. Back to the great screen. Moby goes. Alright, well, Moby spinning a TP, make sure he doesn't miss the wave. But now we got to crash down onto the Lucian. He's gonna dash his way out of there. As we do have Rek'Sai sitting behind. Oop. Alright, we have a pause. All right, now we're back in game, ladies and gentlemen. Now both junglers are in that bot side. Amumu's going to be spotted out. We're going to be looking for the aggression onto the Lucian, but Rek'Sai's going to be in the fight first. Amumu's coming along the side. Keep in mind, Lucian does not have cleanse, but they're not going to opt to go for him anyway. They're going to hop on the Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai is pretty low. Couple hits. Zverev ultimate comes down. They're going to get the Rek'Sai, but can Zverev finish off the kill onto one? And there's the bubble, and there's the kill. Bye-bye, Real. And, all right, all right, now we're back in. They're still moving forward. Lucian's looking for more. Double kill to the Lucian. And Zverev now in bot lane. They're going to be looking to possibly dive this Kai'Sa. Well, if Zverev doesn't go around and cut off Kai'Sa, Kai'Sa's going to be able to walk out. Smoke the gate, just recall and go buy items and come back. But it should be a plate over into that bot side as Moby is looking to go in as he's going to get the Fear Beyond Death. Bye-bye, Darius. Now it's going to be a 1-1 and everybody even in that top side. All right, well, Elysian, they're coming back with a vengeance this game. They're making sure that what happened last game doesn't happen again. As now, oh no, Flash. Come on, man. Come on. Free and another kill over to Vixen. He's gonna land that stun onto the way. He just gets mowed down by the turret. Alright, and Rek'Sai takes the grub. She's gonna opt to take two and just hop out of there and go back to farming. But y'all, honestly, she could have took all three. Don't know why she opted to just not take the third one. But that's okay. And honestly, like as I'm looking at the gold, Vixen's just going back. Vixen has 1K in gold. That's another component buy for him right there. He doesn't have teleport, so he can't just be back in lane already. He had a timer to be able to do it, but now he's gonna be forced to stay in his lane to make sure that wave doesn't get into a horrible spot. And Rek'Sai might have to come and help him push that so he can back, but. It's like Rek'Sai's gonna be continuing jungle. Let me making her way back to that bottom side as Red Face Beast probably gonna be looking to get another gank on that bot. A White Lotus Wisteria. Alright. As now Elysian is getting some more damage on that turn. Halfway through the third plate onto that tower. And 2 plates over the waves. He was able to get plenty of gold off of that because of the back timer of the Zverev. He should have backed earlier. But even still, that Zverev is still ahead about a little under 500 gold. as Rek'Sai is looking to get a lane gang. Not sure if the bot lane White Lotus saw him. But he doesn't really see anything. He's not just going and recall now as Amumu is coming down. He's also looking to gank White Lotus. So it might like we're gonna have a 3v3 on our hands in a moment. It seemed like Soren was possibly sniffing out, and yes, they did sniff out a gank because Kaisa did shoot a W through the bush. Ironically, shooting a Void Seeker at a champion from the Void. All right, we're gonna be finding the Nami. Now we got the crash out coming out for the rail, and now with the Magnet Storm, looking like Nami's gonna die here, and yes, she will. Mumu ultimate was a little bit overkill, but you know what? They finish it off, and that's another kill over to White Lotus. All right, Zeros, we're gonna finish off Flash on Elf. Will he hit the last shot? Yes, he will. That's a third kill over to Vixen. And now we got 3 people looking for the Zera, but he's gonna flash over the wall. Fancy feet dodges them all, including the Void Seeker and the Bandage Toss. And with a little bit of a trade up top side, and now with the Rek'Sai coming behind, Moby's gonna find himself in a bad predicament. He's gonna use the dash. He does have flash, but Rek'Sai is trying to block to make sure he can't get the Fear Beyond Death. It doesn't matter though. He's gonna get dunked and he's gonna get ulted by Rek'Sai. That is a kill ult to the Darius, but that's gonna be a free drag for Elysian. Sorry, not for Elysian. White Lotus. My apologies. Yeah, excuse me, guys. I don't know why I've been coughing and I'm blowing my nose and stuff, so I'm a little bit under the weather, but you know, we're making the best of it. So thank y'all for rocking me. You know, I have a little slip ups here and there. That's gonna be a plate over to Darius, and he is looking to push the lead he has. As he's now almost 1,000 gold over the Urgot. And he has 2.3k to spend. Especially how strong that top side is now. Rek'Sai is just invading, and Mumu's blue side jungle taking away that blue buff, and it possibly could be. No, never mind. Wouldn't be looking for a dive. Darius' ultimate still down, but that is a good bubble from Nami. Gonna catch her in the middle of the crash down. There's the drive-by coming out of Lucian, and now Mumu is down, down there, but he doesn't have the ult. They could turn it around. Possibly. There's the bandage toss. Let's see what they go for. That is a magnificent bubble out of the Nami. And there's going to be a trade of support. Lucian is still moving forward. Void Seeker comes out. It's going to miss. And it's going to be a trade of 1-for-1. Alright, Lucian almost killing the Mumu on the tower. Mumu playing with fire as the ultimate comes out from Xerath. Bye-bye, sad, and bye-bye to the sad mummy. Alright, but now the bot lane of White Lotus coming through. Gonna make that Lucian back off, and now we got a little trade up topside. Traxxon, despite the lead, is getting destroyed, and it's not looking good for him, but now it is, because now we have Rek'Sai coming up. Urgot uses flash. He's going to make it out, but oh my, his ultimate goes wide. And the Fear Beyond Death is not going to catch the Rek'Sai, but he's going to get walked down by the Darius, but it doesn't matter. He's slowing the Darius. He's going to look like potentially he can kill him, but Darius does have that ultimate back up his sleeves now with the Noxian Guillotine. And Rek'Sai is going to be forced to back. Both top laners by half HP. Alright, now we have Rift Herald on the board. We're going to see which team goes for that first. As Mumu is approaching that top and clearing out mid and possibly approaching that bottom side actually. As he only has one camp to farm on the blue side. Make it 2 now as Grump just now comes back up. But that tower like is going to go down. It's going to be first tower over to Elysian. Now let's see what Elysian opts to do. We're gonna place the bot lane. It could just bring them mid. Or you could opt to switch them top and try to take down that top side tower and put Darius in the bot lane. But what they're not gonna do is they're gonna run as both bot lanes are gonna run into each other as Nami catches the rail in the middle of the crash down with the Aqua Prison. And now we got a fight as the Nami ultimate comes down. The tidal wave catches only one. And we got fights everywhere, baby. And now we got a fight in topside. Urgot's looking to take down Darius. As this can go either way, as the Nazi and Guillotine comes down and dumps on the Urgot. That is another kill over to the Darius. But now we got a little bit of poke as Zeref is trying to get that damage down, but he's going to get banished off by the Mumu. Curse of the Sad Mummy comes down. 2 or low. Magnet Storm catches 2. Nami's going to be able to flash out and going to live. But here comes the Colin from Lucian. Almost takes out Mumu. And right of the Arcane finishes off the Sad Mummy. And now we're looking for more blood. As Wade's gonna go down too, and Rail looking like it's gonna be going down. Oh, almost. She makes it out. There's gonna be another tower over to Elysian. They're making this a really good game too. They're trying to have revenge, just have straight revenge for that game 1, that stomp, and now they're trying to stomp White Lotus themselves. As now both AD carriers are sitting in mid with Nami. I'm surprised she hasn't back yet because she's looking pretty low. But not really much to be worried about, whereas Kai'Sa doesn't have a jungler around, but she does have Void Seeker, but she does engage in that Lucian power to take her out. Alright, Rek'Sai just clearing vision, and she's gonna be spotted out. She doesn't have Darius nearby, but there's gonna be 4 members of that top side for White Lotus as they're looking to fight. Not sure that's a great idea, and it's not. Darius is gonna get caught in that fear beyond death. Bye shut down over to Moby White. I know what they're thinking there. They're just giving away free gold, man. Free gold. Come on, can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. But Elysian's gonna be opting in, just doing an objective trade. Gonna go for go stack up the second Drake as Moby White and the crew, they're going to be getting that Rift Herald. And it should be another tower over, not even another, but the first tower over to them, as they should be knocking down both mid and top. But Zeref's going to be able to answer that mid and kill that wave. But they do have that Rift Herald, so the tower should be going away anyway. So 2 towers over to White Lotus, as they are now trying to close that gold lead, still as it's a little bit under 3K. As Elysian is still ahead in the game at the current moment, but that can easily be changed. Cause don't let the kills fool you. There's been shutdowns, and you know there's plenty of gold still on the map, and all it takes is one team fight to flip it all on its head. But I will say, even though we're looking at that goalie, a lot of it is on that Zeref, who is now set a 7.3k gold at the moment. About almost 1200 over the opposition in being way. So, and even in that bot lane, Lucian, 1.3k over the Kai'Sa. So I think at this point they should honestly be looking for team fights and try to break open this game and push down, especially get down that mid tier 1 tower. As they're gonna opt to send Urgot to the bot side for White Lotus, and Zeref is gonna be the one to answer that. It's gonna be fairly safe. But the thing is that Zeref doesn't have TP, but at the same time, Darius doesn't either. But we're going to have an engage on, and the wave's going to engage onto the bot lane of Elysium. Throw down the ult, doesn't matter though. Darius is going to be engaged on himself. Curse of the Sad Mummy comes through, as Darius is going to flash on the wall. Bandit's going to miss, but here comes the killer instinct from the Kai'Sa, and she's going to finish Darius off. And now Elysium is looking to try to engage on the Urgot. He's going to flash out of the Aqua Prison, not going to get caught out. So 1 for 1 between the 2 teams. As we kind of missed it, but Wade did get killed in that confrontation. So currently at the moment, big ejector coming on board is the Baron Nashor. And right now, support is looking at trying to get vision for his team to make sure to deny it from Elysian and make sure to be if they can possibly set up a threat for it and try to bait them in for a team fight. Because right now, even though this gold says that they're almost 3K down, don't let that fool you. They can still fight and win the team fight. All right, now we see Elysium on that around that Baron, as it possibly maybe looking to start it. All right, all right, they are gonna opt to start that Baron. It is gonna be a very risky one, especially with White Lotus knowing they're there. Void Seeker's gonna come out and find nobody, but they're gonna instead have a death push. And Ult gonna come out from the red side, Void Rush, but it's not gonna matter. Urgot's gonna catch with the Fear Beyond Death. 3 dead now on the side of Elysium. This is not looking too hot, as that lead they did have is now went away. And 4 dead, trying to make it 5 as Kaisa is gonna ult over to the Xerath. And now Ace over to White Lotus. Told you, ladies and gentlemen, all it takes is one team fight, and this game can flip right on top of his head. As Kaisa using that killer instinct pretty well to make sure to take down all members of Elysian Esports. But free Baron over to White Lotus is now there in the driver's seat of this game. So just want to say, as we said, Kaisa was 1.3K down. Now she has the gold lead. She is now 4-0. 4-on-4 on the board. As her and Urgot is gonna be a big pivotal point for this game for this team. They're gonna, especially Urgot, they're gonna be playing being the X factor for this team. It's gonna be key factors for them winning fights. But as White Lotus had the recall, had to reset. They had about mid and about half HP bars for across the board. Because of that, now Elysian is going to be able to get on the river first and be able to try to deny that vision and from White Lotus. So they're just going to opt to push by. But Urgot is getting collapsed on. Ultimate comes out for Wei. So is the Fear Beyond Death. Bye-bye to the jungler. And say also for Lucian Nami too. 3 dead. This should be a free tower and also a free dragon. They're gonna opt to send 2 onto the dragon, let Kaisa Rel push the bot lane. And it's sending Urgot top to push that way top, as he does have TP too to be able to respond, just in case if it leads him to decide to pull anything funky. So remember how we said White Lotus was behind majority of the game? Well, look at the gold now, as it's now a little over a 4K gold lead. And for White Lotus is again now they're in the driver's seat of this game. Alright, now with Baron, and that Baron now should be wearing off in a little bit for White Lotus. They did use it pretty well and be able to create a big gap in gold, and for them they're looking to extend their lead. Curious to see how Elysian plans to bounce back from this game. Last time I said that in game 1, I guess call that Caster's curse because Elysian they went down further in gold. So you know what? Maybe I should keep my mouth shut. As now White Lotus has all 3 lanes pushing in. Darius going to respond to the Urgot. And Zerath going to catch that wave down bot. So Mumu's sitting that red side jungle, trying to see if if he has a setup for a fight somewhere, possibly dive mid or maybe even top. But he might catch the Nami as he is. He's gonna get the bandage toss. He's gonna opt to back off as he don't win into turn range. He would have been by himself. Now Traston's gonna engage onto Moby. Moby misses the E, and now he takes 2 tower shots. Gonna have to flash, but he does get the phase rush proxy. He's gonna be out of there. And now White Lotus looking for the dive. As now they have 4 members up that top side. And here comes the crash down Madness Storm. They're gonna get the Curse of the Sad Mummy too. Fear Beyond Death's gonna hit the Darius. 1 goes down. They're looking to catch Chowsters, but he's gonna make it out. Flashes over the wall, but this fight is gonna turn on the head. As now Rek'Sai is gonna get the Void Rush, making 2 dead on White Lotus. Try to catch the Kaiser, but Rek'Sai is gonna die. And I thought it was going to turn around, but never mind. Never mind. 4 dead for the side of Elysian, as now White Lotus are looking to still push this top side. That fight was crazy. It looked like Elysian was going to turn it around, but White Lotus able to close it out, even though losing 2 to make sure they take 4 with him. And now taking that top inhibitor. 3 members of White Lotus gonna be looking to reset. As they already pretty much took majority of the top side aside from the Krugs. Now that gold lead is gonna be a little bit below 8,000. And for the side of White Lotus. Hey chat, you guys believe in Elysium in game 1? Let me know. Do you still believe in Elysium to be able to actually push through and try to take back this lead for game 2? Do you guys believe? I'm assuming not, because chat's pretty quiet now. I don't know. Maybe it's kind of insult to injury, kind of. Now, looking at it from the side and from the point of view of Elysium, it's going to be really hard to get back into this game, especially with a lot of it being so squishy aside from the Darius, and it just being basically Rek'Sai almost cannon fodder to a sense, and to the damage of the way and the Kaisers. Now White Lotus, they're mostly done with the Baron, and Elysium can't do anything about it. And also, 3rd Drake for both teams now on the board. So as Elysian, they're already making their way down, but so is White Lotus. And now the teleport comes in for Darius, and looking like they're going to death bush the Moby White. But last time they did it, it didn't work out too well. As now Void Rush coming for Rek'Sai, but Rek'Sai is too squishy. He's going to get annihilated. Way with the ultimate. And now Darius with the death. Madness Storm is going to keep 3 close by. As they look to run down the last 3 members, Aqua Praises the leg's gonna say the Lucian Light, but he does get caught by the Q, along with the Void Seeker too. Here comes Killer Instinct, and 1 more hit, and there it goes. Kaiser is gonna get the kill flash, and the fish is gonna be turned into sushi. And now we only have Zerath left, and shortly he should be dead. An ace to the side of White Lotus as we're looking to end the game. Alright, well, game 2 is going to be done and over, and that's going to be the series, ladies and gentlemen. As Elysium, unfortunately, they cannot upset the good old White Lotus Wisteria, as now White Lotus, they're going to go on to be 3-0 for the end of week 3, and Elysium fall to 1-2. And the crazy thing is, White Lotus has yet to drop a game in any series. and they're trying to make a statement. So, congrats to White Lotus. But as we take a look at those damage numbers, man. I mean, Zerv had almost 22,000, but that Urgot was putting in work along with the way. Like this game was crazy. But like I said before, White Lotus walks away with the win, and they're gonna walk away out of week 3 3-0 with a strong start to the league. And for White Lotus, Wisteria, congrats to them. For the side of Elysian, gives them plenty to look at and try to see what they can fit and fix as they go into week 4. But and take a look at these goal leads, man. Because even when you look at the goal from both sides, Xerath and Lucian were actually quite ahead for a bit. But it didn't matter in the end as the champions finally clicked as once they got to the spike points for the way and the Kaisen, they just shredded Elysium. But ladies and gentlemen, that's it from us. I hope you guys enjoyed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this series as much as I did, and I enjoy having you guys rocking with me. Even though I was casted by myself, I wasn't by myself because we got great people to watch the league, and great people like yourselves to be here, not only to support the league but support your teams. So thank you guys for coming out. You guys have a great and blessed night. Go sign out. We're out.